So I whip into pit B. They're supposed to put on a tire and fill me completely full. And they ended up, and we didn't want to get past at the same time. But they see a car coming and sent me back out without filling me completely full.
Okay, as I previously showed, I twisted all the wires together after I added this one, so now we have 6. Now on a bigger bundle of wire, I will use a lacing string, which is used in aircraft stuff, and that'll just keep it twisted together under the heat shrink while I'm doing that. Because when you're trying to stick all these wires in the heat shrink, they all kind of try to untwist themselves. This cord is it's like nylon, like a wax paraffin on it, and it's what every airplane's wiring harness is held together with. And I use it under the heat shrink just to keep it so when I push the heat shrink over, it doesn't bunch the wires up. And then as the wires build, and you start with 2, then you add 2. Now you go to the next size bigger heat shrink, and then you add 2 more. You go to the next size bigger heat shrink, and then so on and so forth. It'll be bigger and bigger and bigger. Which at the end I'll end up with 1/2-inch heat shrink. The connector itself is proprietary to General Motors. It's a weather pack connector. It's a very good connector, and you can get the pins at Napa if you need to, or any other electrical supply house. Well, as we added another light, we added another 2 wires, so now we've stepped up to 1/2-inch heat shrink, which would be good for another couple sizes. We're now at the last stage of the wiring harness, or the light bar harness, and just in the home stretch. We use the light bar as a workbench. Get that out of the way. Trying to keep it as even as possible. On larger harnesses, I have a tool that I slide all the wires through, and then I manually twist it. Here, I just kind of feel it through any bunched up ones. Tying in the last light and putting our cord heat shrink on. Again, another little piece of heat tape. Okay, now I'm just stripping all the ends together, or stripping them all so I can put them in a connector for the hook it onto the truck. We have 12 wires here, 6 of which are grounds and 6 are powers. And I'll be pairing them up to put them in the connector. And we'll break them off into pairs of what they are. Okay, I just slid the pin over two of the grounds. Now I'm going to put them in the into the crimper. It just slips into the crimper. It indents it on all 4 sides. It still maintains its roundness. And the crimper, I don't know if you can pan in on this. I don't know if you can pan on this, but as the crimper goes, you have the indents that come in there and squeeze the connector, which is adjustable by wire size and depth. We'll move on to another pair here. Okay, now that the terminals are on, we'll install a connector. They just slip in. And then we'll insert the locking wedge. And then it just slips in, locks that together. So when it comes in, they just plug it into the truck and it's done. And that's the light bar. That's it. Ready to go race Baja.
Looks good, Smitty. Nice job.
Thank you. Ready to go.
Long arm for that. Ready to race. All right, we're going to show how easy it is to install the new KC light bar onto the Ford Super Duties, which will hold 4 of the lights once it's mounted on. We're going to go ahead and put it on for you, just to give you a demonstration on how easy it is to do it. Ready, RJ? Yeah. Good. Just take out the 4 bolts that hold the bumper on as well. Put the light bar in place. Prop the bumper back up a little bit. Get 1 bolt started. Do is put the 4 KC lights onto the front of it, and these trucks also come with an upfitter switches that makes it even extra easy to wire them on in. And here's how it looks when it's all said and done. 4 lights ready to go up on the front bumper. Thanks for coming to Wiley Racing today for the installation of our KCHiLites 70-watt carbon fiber light pods. And look for us at the next race. When you see the brightest lights around coming at you, you'll know it's us.